everyone, I'm Renzo Mox and welcome back to the very first mock review of 2019, and today we're taking a look at Bova, the Prime. Now, Bova isn't really a mock for Renzo, Biorama, or whatever the heck my brother's working on. Nothing like that. He's kind of his own thing. Down the line, if I do want to put him in a show that I have, I will, but right now he was just kind of made for the sake of being made. Not so much for a specific series role or anything like that. Just a mock I wanted to put together. Not specifically for Renzo, nothing like that. So yeah, let's take a look at Bova. So first of all, Bova was primarily made because Bionicle I actually won second place in his mock contest, and I won this bronze skull spider mask, or a copper. I don't really know the difference. Either way, it was a very, very nice mask, and I was very happy to get this. I just didn't know what I was going to use it on. But I promised him I would use it on something interesting. I said something special, but I don't know if I would call this special or not. Now, the name Bova comes from bovine, and well, Thatch named him Bova, but I don't even think he knew bovine was another word for cows. It's because he's got hooves, and he's kind of like a cow guy. But honestly, I consider him more of a minotaur than a cow, because, I mean, well, he doesn't really look like a cow. He's definitely not a centaur. He's definitely more of a minotaur. The idea is that he's this guardian who protects something. Haven't really developed that part out, but he protects something, and that's why he's all royal. He's all worn down. He's got this sharp-edged armor. He's got spikes everywhere. But at the same time, you can tell he used to have, like, royal armor or something, but it's just been worn down over the years. Now, I was trying to make this guy beefy, but he does have a lot of exceptions. For instance, his chest area is definitely a lot less beefy. Actually, his chest hangs a little lower than I kind of wish it did. And then right here, his ankles are definitely not as beefy as everything else. But I definitely think that, in general, he has a lot of mass, which I guess works for his character. He's supposed to be very, very heavy and powerful. Now, Bova has a few specific inspirations. First of all, heavily inspired by the Lionels from Breath of the Wild. Very much in design. I just picture this character being very much like that, this heavy hitter who is just ruthless in battle. Another person that I think heavily inspired me was Bionicle I's mock. It was a centaur dude, Briareus. Very cool mock, and I like this guy a lot. While he doesn't look a lot like those two characters, the idea is definitely there. He's definitely inspired by the concept of those two characters. My favorite portion here is just specifically this area. I wish I had some sort of skirt or something to put here. That's the only thing I would change since it is a little skinny in there. But other than that, I really do like the leg coverage. It feels very beefy and bulky and appropriate for the character. He's also got those bull skull masks there, which kind of fit with the theme that this guy is like this bull minotaur-esque character where he's just this beefy dude who's set to protect something, and he's just ruthless in battle and will not stop until whatever it is protected. Now, obviously, he wouldn't be such a heavy hitter if he didn't have his weapons. On the back, he has a sword sheathed and a shield. Now, the sword is nothing special. I've done this sort of design probably hundreds of times before in a mock. I do like how consistent it is generally, besides the red axles, which is just a problem I had to work with. I think for the most part it looks pretty solid. And then obviously he's got the two copper, or again, you can either call it copper or bronze. I think it's more of a copper, honestly. So yeah, he has the copper blade with a purple crystal in there, which is supposed to signify that he is some sort of important guardian. And you can tell this blade would just be like, it would just knock the crap out of you if you came in contact with it. He definitely marks this trait very, very well at being a heavy hitter. Now, the shield is very weird. I don't have a specific name or anything for it, but it kind of it's very bizarre. So it's very standard, just a normal shield. He holds that in front, but then this part can rotate, and it does give him some extra cover. So, for instance, if he wants to cover, you know, all around, it does actually like cover parts of his back too. If anyone goes in to hit, he can just be like, psych. It does like rotate, which is an interesting sort of device. Also looks kind of like a skull. That's why I've always liked this piece. It does fold this way too. I don't know what kind of practical use, maybe like a blunt weapon if he just wants to like hit somebody, but it can bend that way too. It's kind of weird looking. This is kind of last second. I just wanted to use this design. I think it works okay. I don't think it's the greatest thing in the world. And it does fit really nicely on the back. Thanks to my brother, he actually made the ways for the weapons to stay on the back. So thanks, Cam. And his weapons fit on his back like that, nice and snug. They don't get in the way of anything. Originally I was trying to put them on the side of the waist, but it just did not work out well. So the back had to do, plus it was kind of empty and skinny back there, so I think this works out well. It's a nice substitute. As for the head, standard skull spider mask. I tried to actually clip more horns and stuff onto the side, but as you can see the paint actually chipped off a bit, which really sucked. But it's a standard skull spider mask. You can pop it off with the function. There are some chains on the horns here, and the horns are using these Ninjago blade pieces that came with the Hands of Time sets. He has red eyes now, but originally the concept was that he could change his eyes from blue and red. As you can see, he does have trans blue and trans red. It's not fire and ice. I don't really know what it would signify, but he does have some sort of power of some sort. I assume this is like for carnage and healing. I don't freaking know. He can probably heal people if he wanted to, but I mean, he would never really want to heal people unless they were worthy or something like that. And then his orange fist, I don't even know, just destructive probably. That's just the most generic concept I could come up with, but I mean, I'm making this up on the fly. I don't freaking know. He does have a little necklace in there. It doesn't really do much. It's not important. It's just something I wanted to know. And that is Bova the Prime. I hope you guys enjoyed this new style. It's very experimental, kind of like the toy reviews in the same structure, but hopefully it's not too confusing. Hopefully you guys enjoy this. So overall, I like Bova. He's definitely interesting. He definitely has some weird quirks. I don't think he's perfect, but he's definitely going in the right direction. I think with a couple more updates and just beefing out the shoulders and stuff like that, because I think my least favorite part is the shoulders. All the skinny parts look really unnatural on him, so I want to try to extend that and make him look more beefy. Probably make him a little taller in the future. I think he's good on size for the most part, but I don't know, who knows. I like to make big beefy I like to make beefy characters super beefy. I like to make skinny characters super skinny. You guys get the drill. Anyways, this was definitely interesting. So if you guys like Bova, let me know down in the comments. You don't have to. And yeah, let me know what you guys think of the new style. Anyways, I'm RenzoMox, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye.